If you've just finished your A-levels or your GCSEs and you're looking to get a job this summer to make some money, I'm going to tell you exactly why you should not do that and what you should do instead. First up, we're going to talk numbers. However much money you're going to earn over the summer is basically dependent on how much time you work. So let's say you want to earn £300 over the summer, enough money to have some saved, enjoy life with money to spend on some stuff. Realistically, £300 is on the low end. That means you're going to have to work 30 hours every single week at a £10 per hour job, and 30 hours is a lot of time. That's honestly most of your free time in the week taken up purely by working. In this video, I want to talk about a way you can work half that time, earn double the money with 50% of the effort, have complete time freedom, all through the power of vintage reselling. And it's something no one is talking about, and it's a method that could work for you. In the next month, you could literally be earning double what everyone else is your age, and you're not even working a job. Let's talk about how you actually get started. So the simple premise of Vinted reselling involves buying items on Vinted at a cheap price and then selling them back onto Vinted or other sales platforms like eBay, Depop at a higher price. I literally find hundreds of items every single week on Vinted that are profitable. All you have to do is get them in, take some photos, list them for more money, send them out, and right there you've just made 15, 20, 30 pounds every single time you do this. It's a cheat code. Whether it's vintage bits, football shirts, or activewear, there's money in literally everything. Even products like running shoes have done incredibly well for me. And in the last 3 months since I made my new Vinted account, I've been able to generate £40,000. If this doesn't tell you it works, then I don't know what will. Anyway, let's start off with the process of buying items. Bang, this is your secret weapon, people. So this is a Vinted monitor that pings items every single time new ones go up, and you can set up your own filters, your own specific parameters that it pings for, and you can also set up auto buy so you don't even have to buy the items yourself. Absolutely nuts. So one of my favorite things to sell is Adidas Sambas. I sell them for like 40, 50 quid every single time, maybe 30 in the smaller sizes. As you can see here, I'll put up some images. Now look at what my Adidas Samba channel has pinged today and the prices they're pinging at. Ignore my dirty screen. £10, bang. Another at a tenner, fiver. Literally all of these items are pinging under £10 because that's the max price I've got it set at. All you have to do is turn a tenner into 40 quid 3 times a day. That's like £100 a day income. And the software which I'm using here only costs 20 odd quid a month. Absolutely nuts. There's a link for it in the description. So let's talk about photoing and listing your product. Grab some shoe trees to give whatever you're photographing some shape if it's shoes, or give it an iron or a steam if it's clothing. Bang some quick photos like you can see here, and then they're ready to list. Once you've got a sale, all you have to do is bang it into a bag, send it out, and the money's back in your account to reinvest, spend on whatever you want. Let me drop some source for you about other things you can try within Vinted reselling. So you can pick up Challenger shorts from Nike for like £3 every time, and often the same with the Myla tops, maybe a little bit more. As a set, they're worth so much more money, and you can consistently get 35 quid. I mean, look at some of the sales here, 35 all the time, consistently on them. So it's not only buying individual items, there's a lot of approaches you can do this. As I've said, I have got a lot of videos about vintage reselling, breaking down the details and the nitty-gritty of it. Here, I just wanted to show you more what's possible with this business model. If you sell a few items a day for a genuinely decent profit, then this is 10 times better than having a day job. You don't have to worry about booking holiday, any of that. All you have to think about is just selling a couple of items on Vinted every day. And when you're using a software like AutoFlipped, it could not be easier to do the buying part. And I'm not just promoting some crap product. I actually made AutoFlipped. I created the whole software because it's something I wanted. I did vintage reselling for like 2 years, and I was like, this product would genuinely help me. And I made it with everything you would want inside as a reseller, including like a 25-page full price guide showing you loads and loads of profitable items, what to buy for and what to sell for. So if you're a complete beginner, you've got somewhere to start. Anyway, as I say, I've got loads of videos on my channel breaking down the nitty-gritty in-depths of vintage reselling. There's also everything you need to know inside AutoFlips with like hours and hours of educational content. But I just wanted to show you what's possible with this business model, and why, if you're 15, 16, 17, 18, if you've got a day job and you want to make some extra money on the side, why you should just start doing vintage reselling. Anyway, drop a follow over on the Instagram. There's the personal and the AutoFlip one there. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.